Let's talk about Robbie Pat. Speaking of the Batman, let's talk about him. He had a recent interview. It's a short one. Don't worry. I won't go into full detail on it. But he kind of talked about auditioning, or he didn't audition, but, trying to get the role, get the casting, I guess you could say, of the Batman, which, it's pretty interesting. So, Robert Pattinson talks the Batman. He's a freak! Yeah, freaking on. Oh, sorry, I was singing an old song from the 90s. Robert Pattinson had never auditioned for a comic book movie until The Batman. And then here's this quote right here, talking to Total Film. I was aiming for quite different stuff. The actor tells Total Film over Zoom for a new issue that's going to be coming out, of course. Obviously, it's basically the jewel in the crown of the parts you can really get as an actor. But I'd never really thought I was anywhere close to doing it, and especially with the other parts I was attracted to at the time. The character's cinematic future in a state of flux following Ben Affleck's withdrawal from the role post-Justice League. Pattinson, who had pivoted from big blockbuster roles in Twilight and Harry Potter to indie drama such as Good Time and The Lighthouse, which those two I recommend the most when I tell people you have to watch these movies if you want to see the guy's chops, was immediately eager to land the part of Bruce Wayne. I just kept obsessively checking up on it for the next year or so. Even my agents were like, oh, interesting. I thought you only wanted to play total freaks. I was like, he is a freak. It's true. Batman is a freak. I mean, look what, Christian Bale's Batman said in Batman Begins. Obviously the guy dresses as a bat. He's fucking crazy. Like many, Pattinson grew up fascinated by Batman Bruce Wayne. Out of all the comic book characters in that kind of movie, I've seen every single one of the Batman movies in the cinema, which I can't really say I've done for any other series. I was always really looking forward to them coming out. There was a combination of just being so attracted to it, but also feeling like it had a lot of movies made about it, and none of them are bad movies. People kind of shit on them, but they're not actually bad. They all kind of completely achieve what they set out to achieve, and they're all really interesting according to their time and place. I don't know. I just had a weird instinct about it, but I've always loved the character. So there you go. He's seen all the movies. One of these, I'm not going to be, someone's going to ask him, what'd you think about Ben Affleck's portrayal of it? I'm surprised that hasn't been asked yet. What do you think about Ben Affleck? What do you think about Keaton coming back? That's going to be coming. That's going to be the next wave of questions when it comes to Robert Pattinson getting asked about Batman. He's going to see, and so we're going to hear what he has to say. We've heard obviously the same old shit where it comes because Ben Affleck even heard it too. It's like, yeah, Christian Bale said, make sure you pay, make sure you have a zip before you, so you could pay, That's my terrible Christian Bale impression right there. But anyways, we'll get something like that at least. But it's going to be interesting. I'm kind of curious what he has to say about, Ben Affleck and playing the role of Batman, since that's currently my favorite and a lot of our favorites at the moment right now. But hey, you never know. He might end up being my favorite after I see it. I don't know. But yeah, so I like the fact that he called Batman a freak, or Bruce Wayne a freak, because he is a freak. He's dressing up as a bat. He gets a little freaky naughty, Which apparently, according to the MPAA rating, it's PG-13, but there's mild nudity and sexuality. Ooh. So we actually going to see them fuck on top of the Batmobile? Is that what's happening? Remember that rumor? Huh? Remember that? That would be interesting. If I was Batman, yeah, Catwoman, why wouldn't you want to fuck on top of the Batmobile? It's right on the hood of the car, Just don't do it on the back of the car. You never know what can, you got that plume that comes in the back that could burn some ass cheeks.